If you're in the mood to escape reality just a little bit, but still want stories that hit you emotionally, make you think, and maybe even leave you staring at the ceiling after an episode ends, then fantasy K-dramas are honestly one of the best places to land. This list isn't just about magic or supernatural elements for shock value, but about how fantasy is used to talk about regrets, love, fear, second chances, and what it really means to be human. So today, let's talk about my top 5 fantasy drama recommendations. And while I'm walking you through them, I really want you to think about which one would emotionally destroy you the most. Because yes, some of these absolutely will. Let's start with Who Is She? A drama that already feels emotionally loaded just from the premise alone. This story follows Oh Mao-soon, a woman in her 70s who suddenly wakes up as her 20-year-old self, Oh Do-ri. On paper, it sounds fun, even comedic, and yes, there are light and musical moments. But underneath that is a very sharp reflection on aging, regret, and dreams we thought were already too late. What I personally love about this drama is how it doesn't romanticize youth in a shallow way. Instead, it asks a very uncomfortable question. If you were given a second chance, would you actually live differently, or would you make the same mistakes with a prettier face and stronger body? Kim Hae-suk's presence alone adds emotional weight because she brings decades of lived experience into the role. And Jung Ji-seo perfectly balances that youthful energy with an old soul feeling. This drama really makes you reflect on your parents, your grandparents, and maybe even your future self. While watching, I kept thinking, if I suddenly turned 20 again tomorrow, what dream would I chase first? And what fear would still stop me? I'd love to know what you would do differently if you had that chance, because I think everyone's answer would say a lot about who they are right now. Newtopia. Now let's jump to something completely different in tone, but equally intense. This is a zombie drama, yes, but it's also very much about distance, love, and desperation. The story follows Jae-yoon, who is serving in the military, and his girlfriend Young-ju as they try to survive a zombie-infested Seoul just to find each other again. What makes this drama stand out to me isn't the zombies themselves, but the emotional urgency. There's something especially painful about love stories set during chaos, because every decision feels heavier. Do you risk your life to move forward, or do you stay safe and possibly lose the person you love forever? Park Jong-min brings a very grounded, realistic performance, and Jisoo's casting adds a lot of curiosity for viewers, especially those who want to see her continue to grow as an actress. I personally think zombie dramas work best when they're not about the monsters, but about human choices under pressure, and Newtopia really leans into that. While watching, I kept asking myself, if the world was ending, who would I run toward, not away from? And do you think love would actually survive something like that? Or would fear win in the end? Hyo's Diner is one of those dramas that sounds ridiculous at first, but somehow works way better than expected. A Joseon-era figure suddenly time-traveling 400 years into the future and accidentally opening a restaurant feels like a setup for pure comedy. But this drama quietly sneaks in themes about identity, adaptation, and purpose. Schumann plays Hyo-jun with a charm that makes the character instantly likable, especially as he struggles to understand modern society. What I really enjoy here is how food becomes a bridge between eras. Cooking isn't just about survival or business, but about memory, culture, and connection. There's something comforting about watching someone from the past discover modern life while still holding on to old values. It made me think about what parts of ourselves are timeless and which parts are shaped entirely by the era we're born into. Also, let's be honest, fantasy rom-coms like this are perfect palate cleansers between heavier dramas. If you enjoy time travel stories that don't take themselves too seriously but still have heart, this one is worth your time. I'm curious though, do you think someone from 400 years ago would thrive today or completely break under the pressure of modern life? Out of all the dramas on this list, Way Back Love might be the quietest, but emotionally, it might hit the hardest. This story follows Hee-won, a woman who has isolated herself after losing the will to live, and just 1 week before her death, her childhood friend and first love Ram-woo appears before her as a grim reaper. This drama doesn't rush anything. It sits with grief, loneliness, and unresolved feelings in a very gentle but painful way. Gong Young and Kim Min-ha have a chemistry that feels soft and tragic, like something that was always meant to be, but never had the right timing. What really stayed with me is the idea that sometimes love doesn't come to save you, but to help you say goodbye properly. Fantasy here isn't flashy, it's symbolic. The Grim Reaper isn't scary, he's familiar. Watching this drama feels like slowly opening an old wound you thought had healed. It made me wonder, if you knew you only had 1 week left, who would you want to see again, and what would you finally say out loud? This is definitely not a drama you binge casually, but one you watch when you're ready to feel something deeply. Finally, we have The Haunted Palace, a fantasy historical rom-com that blends political grudges, spirits, shamans, and mythological creatures. At the center of this story is an 8 feet tall spirit bearing a grudge against the king, a female shaman standing against it, and an imuji, a mythical creature, striving to become a dragon. What makes this drama exciting is how layered it is. It's not just about good versus evil, but about resentment, destiny, and transformation. Yuk Sung-jae brings a playful but emotional energy, while Kim Ji-yeon's character adds strength and grounding to the story. I really enjoy fantasy historical dramas that don't just rely on aesthetics, but actually use mythology to explore human emotions. The idea of an imuji longing to become something more powerful feels very symbolic of ambition and longing, something that still feels relevant today. This drama made me think about grudges and how holding on to them can literally turn you into a monster. Do you believe people can truly let go of resentment, or do you think some grudges are passed down like curses? At the end of the day, what I love about this top 5 list is how different each fantasy drama feels, even though they all fall under the same genre. From second chances and zombie apocalypses to time travel, grim reapers, and mythical spirits, each story uses fantasy to talk about very real emotions. If you had to choose just one from this list to start tonight, which one would it be and why? Are you in the mood to cry, laugh, reflect, or just escape reality for a few hours? Let me know in the comments. And also tell me if there's a fantasy K-drama that emotionally wrecked you and still lives rent-free in your head, because I'm always looking for the next story that hurts in the best way possible.